Money make the world go round. I'm trying to get it all right now. Everybody worry about the crown big. Look, homie, I'm the man right now. Talking to a peon, kind of time we on. Jump roll like the kind of take eons. Got a little buzz, it's time to go beyond. Can't look back, no time to hit rewind. Yeah, she wants to do that class. I'm like, boo, you must ask. They pour way too much in your glass. Just move your hips like a whole up class. Hit the gab, I talk that gab. Strut like up and I walk that shit. When I'm up, that's it. I'ma start living reckless. Get that bag, I'ma walk like this. Yeah, I'ma walk like this. Hit that lane, I'ma walk like this. Walk in the spot, but they all get lit. Tell them on flow, let me talk my shit. Every song bang, but it drop in hit. Said on the man, post out, no miss. Over your head, next time, don't slip. Play your part, better read that script. Yeah, I'ma walk like this.
Today's episode of the Wrestle Arc Podcast is brought to you guys by our friends at Fanatics.com, which is home to the WWE shop. Folks, you folks need to check this shop out today. Why? Because, folks, you guys need to gear up for Money in the Bank that is taking place this Saturday. Folks, you need to get geared up today. Folks, why? Because they have a custom Money in the Bank 2025 Los Angeles Undisputed Championship belt that you just need to get decked out with. Not only that, but, folks, all of the Money in the Bank merch that you guys need to get decked out with as well. Not only that, but the Last Time Is Now tour, which is John Cena's tour, officially hits Los Angeles. And, of course, they have a custom Los Angeles colors of gold and purple. He's going to look fucking stupid in these, but, yeah, I mean, you guys just need to check it out at Fanatics.com, which you guys can also download their mobile app that you guys can use today. Folks, check it out. And, folks, also check out tickets for Fanatics Fest that is taking place June 20th through the 22nd at the Jarvis Center in New York City. Folks, this is a huge event. Why? Because WWE stars are going to be flooding to invade this event. Such stars such as Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Jey Uso, Charlotte Flair, Kevin Owens, Tiffany Stratton, The Undertaker, Trish Stratus, Liv Morgan, Jacob Fatu, Chelsea Green, Damian Priest, and more. You guys need to check them out at FanaticsFest.com. What's up, Whoppers? Welcome to the Wrestle Arc Podcast.
Yes. Yes.
Today's a very busy episode, but of course I was told to introduce people. So we have Liam, Noble,
Hello.
Peyton, who's not supposed to be
Hi.
here.
But I'm here.
Shut up. Anyway, and returning for the first time in June, Aled Thomas.
Oh my god, I'm here. Hi.
I don't know who the
He's here.
fuck allowed him to be here, but he's here.
He's here.
I forgot about you guys for a few months. I'm like, hi.
Yes, we
It's been a
have
while.
a busy stream that we have to do today because we have Money in the Bank. There's also so much to talk about, including some latest news that is very disturbing and why wrestling fans can be creepy.
Yes, wrestling fans are weird.
Yes.
They're weirdos.
Should we address
Very
that
weird.
first?
Yes.
Well, let's
Why
address that
not?
first.
Why
So
not?
this is a bit of breaking news, and I'm gonna let Aled tell most about it because I just learned about this.
Well, basically, I found out about it today. Like, so there's this Twitter account that's been. I can't remember the actual name. It was like, is Roxanne Perez unalived or yet or something like that, right? And I'm like, first of all, why would you make an account like that? Second of all, apparently that account then leaked her address. And I'm like, go up, get a life. You know? But Adam Pearce found out about it. It was all over Twitter. And now WWE and the authorities do know about it, and they are dealing with it internally. And I hope whoever's behind that account gets absolutely what they deserve, because Roxanne does not deserve any of this. You know? She ain't done anything to anyone. People are disgusting, man.
On the plus side, the account has been banned.
Yes, that's a good thing. WWE were on it straight away. The authorities were on it straight away. And then there was another guy that was stalking Liv Morgan that got arrested this past week too.
Outside the performance.
Yeah, so
Right, dude.
for for folks that were wondering why this is creepy, is that account actually tweeted the address and then tweeted immediately following that Friday, 6th June 2025. So many people thought that something bad was going to happen tomorrow.
But yeah, she they'll find out who it is. They'll chase it, and that guy will go away for a long time.
Fucking needs
Hopefully.
to.
I hope some players can just headbutt him.
Fans these days are just fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
what the fuck is wrong with wrestling fans these days being creeps, weirdos, and dicks?
Just let the female superstars
all-
live their life. Like, come on.
It's all jealousy, man. It's because she's more successful at 23 years old than that person ever will be in their life. Think they're smart, but the police know how to trace IP addresses. They will find you. They will find you.
They'll kill you. No, I'll alive you.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I had to say the
What are you
quote.
supposed to be?
What?
Yeah, I know. You're not even supposed to be.
Okay,
No, we're
so
not even going to
But
get
yeah,
into it. But anyway,
okay,
we got
okay,
money in the bank.
Wait, if you're
this
a
is
wrestling
for-
fan,
this is for these
if
wrestling
you
fans.
do this kind of stuff, you're a disgrace. That's all I'll say.
Yeah,
Heard it.
these wrestling fans who just being dicks at this point, you get an F. For real.
Anyway, on to more positive news. Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Money in the bank.
That was wide.
Yeah,
Money in
the
the
bank.
bank.
There's actually no money in the briefcase, which sucks.
I
Money
know
in
it's
the
full of
spank.
I know it's full of shit.
I'm sorry, what?
You heard him.
Money in the bank?
All right, so I have
Yeah,
the
you
match
said-
card pulled up.
I have 1,000,001 predictions.
Yes,
it's
for the people
4
that are
now,
not
as of right
here.
now.
Yep.
So we're just gonna go ahead and start and get this out of the way. The men's Money in the Bank match. This is one we're gonna start,
Okay.
which features Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Penta, Seth Rollins, Andrade, and the greatest luchador of all time, El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
You don't have anything to say, Ben. Shut up. Anyway, so I guess Payne will start
Who's first? Okay.
since he's here now.
I
Give his prediction.
have LA Knight.
Ew.
All right, you can leave now.
A lot of people are LA Knight. Who do you want next?
Noble.
Hate to be the person, I also got Ellen Knight to win Money in the Bank.
Led.
Just fucking ice.
Seth freaking Rollins.
All right.
Liam.
Because LA no. You say it, you're fired.
Don't you fucking.
Um,
If you're gonna
I
say it,
haven't
I think you're
Yeah.
good.
I have been torn between the two names already said all week. So
You better fucking say you. I think.
Well, Payne and Noble already fired. Payne and Noble already fired. You say it, you're fired too.
I mean, the safe pick is Seth Rollins, but I'm going for LA Knight too.
Yeah.
You're fired too. Bro, I've been back
Yeah.
for like
Fire me
five-
now, bro. Yeah.
I've been back for 5 minutes. Already fired.
After all I've given your podcast.
You even got a new mic for the podcast, and you're now fired.
There you go. This will be my last podcast.
I'm paying them over. They're also fired too. Radio,
Imagine me wins though.
are you gonna be fired too?
I mean, the logical pick here is Seth Rollins. It has to be.
So pick him.
Well, I'm going to.
I'll
Good.
happily take the L on this one if Seth does.
I mean,
Well,
look,
it's
can
between
someone
two.
please explain to me why LA Knight?
I mean,
Anyone but you.
it seems logical for him to win.
How?
But
Why?
the reason
Anyway,
Oh.
let me get the other guys' predictions
Anyone-
out there.
Anyone but Solo, anyone but fucking El
You know
Grande
what?
Gable,
Hey,
or whoever it is.
hey, you put
El
some
Grande
respect on
Americano
his
isn't
name.
Chad Gable.
All right, that
Get
you
over
want
it.
to? Do you have
Can I-
the rest of Payne's
can I
predictions?
speak?
Because if so, I'm gonna kick him out. This motherfucker's showing
I
I
disrespect.
do
speak?
actually, yeah. I do have them.
All right, hold on.
No.
This motherfucker's showing disrespect. I'm sorry. Can't have you here.
Anyway,
All right.
let me
Yep.
say the other ones now.
Yep. All right.
The reason I'm with Knight because I don't think Seth is going to win because Punk and Sane is going to interfere in this match.
I
He's
don't think
got
they will.
Brunson
But
and
here's the
Breaker.
thing. The only way I don't see Seth winning is if he comes back.
Well, which is why, like, I'm thinking
True.
that is going to be the
I
case.
could see him.
That's why I'm thinking that's going to be the case because, yeah, CM Punk and Sami Zayn will probably come out. They'll be kind of outnumbered. Let's face it.
Yeah,
an
then
equal
Roman will make
equalizer.
the same.
Bigger of an equalizer than the OTC. The OTC, the one tribal chief, Roman Reigns. That's the only reason I'm saying LA Knight. So,
But I don't know. Maybe Roman won't come out. I don't know. Anyway, Rahul, right? He said LA Knight, but in bracket he went, although won't be surprised if Solo wins.
what?
Solo?
What?
No, he went. His prediction is LA Knight.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
He wouldn't be surprised if Solo.
What?
To be fair, right?
Okay.
He does have Jeff Cobb. Okay.
But one guy he don't have is Jacob Fatu. So,
Yeah, he still kind of has him for now.
He still does, yeah.
For now. Vega has, for God's sakes, LA Knight.
yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes no
Crossblocks has LA Knight.
Yeah.
And Dez, where's her name? There she is. She has. You ready for this?
She told me this already.
What?
She has Penta.
What? Hold
And
on.
I'm not.
That wouldn't be
I'm
bad.
not mad at it.
That is not a bad shout.
It's
not a bad shout.
honestly. If they want to go for surprise, it's either him or Andrade.
Yeah, him or Andrade. I'd
Okay.
be fine with either one of them winning.
I'm sorry.
Well,
What fucking title is LA Knight gonna go after? Can someone please
He's gonna
explain that
lose
to me?
He's gonna lose to John Cena.
Yeah, he is. So what's the fucking point?
Maybe.
You might as well give it to Seth. Have him fucking cash in on Jay.
But Seth won't go after Cena, will he? He'd go after Jay.
I know. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why I think he wins, and he would try and cash it in later in the night, and then that's when
I
Roman.
heard this theory too, right? Not Austin, but I did hear this theory, right? And I mean, it probably will not happen, but it's not a bad theory because Chad Gable has a match on Worlds Collide, like earlier in the day, right?
Yeah.
So someone said he'll get injured during that, and then El Grande can't compete in Money in the Bank, and then Roman Reigns takes his spot in the match. I mean, I don't think that will happen, but it's not far-fetched to think that either, you know? It's not
It's not.
crazy.
It's not, but
I don't think it'll happen, but it's not crazy.
not
Still
crazy.
talk
more
like
effective.
If it does happen,
Alright.
then
I think it's more effective.
I would not be disappointed if he takes place.
I kind of want El Grande Americano to win now, so then he takes his mask off and it's Chad Gable with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and I'd be like, yeah, you deserve
It
that.
was my plan all along.
And to be fair, he does
God,
this.
fucking damn it.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's
then he could be
Penta.
like,
Which
it's my
is
plan
also
all
not a bad
along.
show, but
Oh.
I'm sticking with my theory. I still think that Seth is gonna win it. He'll try and cash it in during the main event,
Yeah.
and that's when Roman comes out and says, "Nah."
Roman stops him cashing in. Maybe.
Yeah, like Seth
Okay.
Seth will still hold the briefcase,
Yeah, he
but
won't
Roman
actually cash in.
will fucking be like,
Yeah,
"Nah."
that's where I don't think Roman gets involved in the ladder match. I think he gets involved during the cash in
Gotcha.
or just before the cash in.
Gotcha.
Anyway, moving on.
All right,
Shoot.
the next match.
So I had Seth. And if LA Knight wins now, you're gonna like message me all day at work and be like, haha.
Let's go to the most difficult one to predict.
I
The
wouldn't.
women's
I-
Money in the Bank ladder match, which features Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Naomi, and Stephanie Vacquier.
Stacked.
Okay.
Oh boy, why this one next?
I can only see this going two ways.
Well, you're going first. That was it.
Okay. Personally, my prediction is Roxanne Perez. But I would not be shocked if Naomi wins it.
Not a bad pick.
That's what I'm saying.
Liam.
It's between them two for me.
I feel like a lot of people have a case to win this match, but I do largely agree with Oled that Roxanne Perez could be a possible option. Doesn't mean it's my prediction though. Rhea's a safe bet if you want to put it on her, because then think of the merch, brother. Think of the merch.
Mommy in the
Mummy
Bank.
in the bank. Yeah.
Oh God.
Could be right.
God
Could
sakes.
be. I mean, if they really wanted to surprise everyone, they could just
Mommy in the bank.
Stephanie back here, give her a monster push straight away after coming up. But
Yeah,
I'm
they
going
could
for
do that.
Naomi. I'm going for Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi.
because-
I won't be mad if Naomi wins. I think her work over the last few weeks since she turned heel has been phenomenal.
So yeah, to clarify, my pick is Naomi, but the reason I think that is because her character work suits something like the Money in the Bank briefcase. Like it really will enhance it. And think about it, you can even turn that into its own thing. You can make a black and yellow briefcase, wrap it in a bit of cautionary gaffer tape. It looks cool.
And then you could still carry on the Jade Naomi Bianca story with them trying to stop her cashing in, and then if she wins the belt, they'll go after her for the belt
Yeah.
or something like
Which
that.
I think that's the long term direction, personally.
Yeah.
Like the feud will carry on, they'll try and prevent her from cashing in, but eventually I think like she'll be a bit of a weasel, be a bit of a smart ass, and somehow she
She
still
might
wins
cash
the belt.
in once
And
both
then
of them are like not there or something.
And then eventually maybe she takes them both out for a bit of storyline time so they can have some time off if they need some in the year, and then cash in for the WWE Women's Championship. I guess it would be that she's still on SmackDown by that point. And then when Jade and Bianca come back, sort of a three-way feud maybe for WrestleMania
Triple
season.
threat match, maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, Naomi it is for me.
Who's next?
I'll go next. I'm torn between two because part of me really wants Rhea to win, but the person I think that's actually going to win is Naomi, and that's because, I mean, they made her this awesome heel character, which they really need to push that. Like, no offense, they got something there. They need to do something with it, and I'm kind of hoping that they continue to push her in the direction of good things. I'm not gonna lie, I was upset when she kind of lost that Mania.
Me
But
too, actually.
but I can obviously
if she
see that
did- if she
they were
did lose that
building,
Mania-
but they were obviously building to something more with
Yeah,
her.
if she won at Mania, she probably wouldn't have turned heel.
True.
Like fully heel,
So I'm gonna say Naomi, but it's gonna bother me because really, there's three in my opinion that can win this, and it's either Rhea, Roxanne, or Naomi. It really depends on which way they're going.
Rhea's just a safe bet, isn't it? Like you can put the briefcase on Rhea, and then it'll be a safe choice. But
She's not
Yeah, but
one of
then-
the people who really needs it though.
Yeah, but then you
because
have
the briefcase
yeah, but then
is
you have
designed to elevate
Roxanne.
people.
Roxanne's like a rising star in the company, and if you really want to,
she's also
And of the recent call-ups,
Little
she's had the
weasel,
most
you know?
roster exposure. And of the the most recent main roster call-up, she has had the most exposure after being in the Royal Rumble and the Elimination Chamber.
She did come second in the Rumble too.
Yeah.
Sure. Noble.
So, I don't know.
With Roxanne Perez, and honestly, the reason I don't see Naomi win this match is because Jade Cargill, because those two are not done with the rivalry at all. No.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
I also have Roxanne Perez.
He used his head for once. I'm proud of you.
I'm surprised how he didn't
Thank
pick
you.
Julia or something.
No, I wasn't. Honestly, I was up between Roxanne and Naomi, or Roxanne or Rhea, because Rhea, again, like I said before, is the safe option. But Roxanne, rising star in the making here, folks, and she's definitely like proved herself, and if she does win Money in the Bank, she could be like a future champion. It will if she catches it successfully, but yeah, I'm going Roxanne.
And by the way, like, the Roxanne Io Sky would also be a banger.
It would be a banger, honestly.
It would be a banger.
That
To be fair,
that
Tiffany was Naomi would also be a banger, but I'd much rather watch Io Sky with Roxanne Perez put on a banger.
Even freaking Roxanne Tiffany.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't think they'll go that way.
No, I don't think. I think they're going with the Roxanne EO route. Honestly, Peyton.
If Roxanne wins, I'd belt her up straight away. Like, I'd have her win. I'd have her beat Io.
Yes.
Anyway,
That's why we do it.
Dez has Roxanne Perez. Vega, has he gone crazy here? No, he's got Naomi. Okay.
Okay.
He's not gone crazy then. Ross Morlock's also got Naomi. And Rahul has gone. Naomi is who I think will win, but he really wants Julia, Roxanne, or Stephanie to win. But he thinks Naomi will win.
Well, at least Vega, Ross, and Rahul stand with me. Let's go.
I mean,
He said
realistically, this match can
Julia.
go.
He said Julia, Roxanne, and Stephanie. They're all gonna have a cake.
It could go either way, honestly.
The only
Everyone
reason
in that
I'm-
match are very good.
The only reason I'm
not-
ruling Julia out is because she's already made her intentions for the Women's
Yeah,
United
she's
States
gonna have to
Championship quite
Zelina
clear.
Vega.
So, yeah.
I mean, another woman you
Yeah.
could take out of the equation is Bliss. As much as
I don't think you can take her out fully.
no.
I think she
She's
can
at
be a
least
dark
likely.
horse. She is, but
She's at
she's
least
also
likely,
a
but
former she is a former multiple time champion. And
won Money in the Bank
they could still try and she's a
And a
babyface
former
now.
winner of
Last time
Money
she
in
was
the Bank.
champion, she was the heel. I don't know, man. They could they could
Is she
could
like the
think
dark
Alexa
horse
Bliss
in this match? She's like the huge underdog.
safe them to
This is. Yeah, this match could go either way.
I think she's
here.
in there. I think she's mainly in there for. I think she's mainly in there for star power, to be honest, because her name is enough to bring eyes to the product. So I think she's in there for the star power alone.
Yeah.
That's why I think her and Rhea plays in there. I don't think either of them win that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wait, just
That one, that women's Money in the Bank ladder match might be one of the best we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
I'll
Ross
wait
is
for that.
pretty good.
fuck. Where'd that go?
Yeah, Tiffany won. Well, right? Tiffany won last year.
Yeah, Tiffany won last year.
Yeah, Tiffany won last year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tiffany won last year.
Yeah, because everyone freaked out when she cashed in. It was like, oh, it's
Well,
Tiffany
see,
time.
they went full on with Tiffany straight away too. Like after the chamber, and then she won Money in the Bank. Like they could do the same
And-
with Roxanne Perez.
Who won men's last year? Was it Priest?
No, Priest won in 2023. 2024 last year was Drew.
Yeah, don't you remember Drew tried to cash it in and Punk fucked him over again?
Yeah, Mania. Anyway, moving on. We got the women's IC title match.
No, that was after Mania.
No, we've got the women's IC title match now to predict.
Yeah.
I know I'm done. Anyway, yeah. So the women's IC title:
Sure.
Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria.
There's a stipulation attached to this,
Yes.
which is if if Lyra Valkyria wins, Becky Lynch can no longer challenge Lyra Valkyria while she is the women's Intercontinental Champion. If Becky Lynch wins, Lyra Valkyria must raise her hand in victory and acknowledge her as the better woman.
There's one little thing floating around here, and her
Bayley.
name is Bailey.
Big
Because
booty
you know
Bayley.
she'll be back. She'll be back eventually.
Yeah, she will.
But I don't think it'll be this Saturday.
All right, so
Because I think Becky Lynch wins.
all right. So we got a Les prediction. He picks Becky to win. Noble.
I think it's about time to put the women's IC title on Becky because this rivalry's been good, but I think it's about Lyra's been holding the title for like I don't know how long, but I think it's about time to lose that belt.
Okay.
Fair
Liam.
enough.
I'm going for a Lyra Valkyria retention because I think Bayley does get involved.
Fair enough. It could happen.
Peyton.
And I just don't realistically. I feel like it's the acknowledging Becky as the better woman thing afterwards would make Lyra look a bit cheap, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe.
Lyra Valkyria's attitude in recent weeks suggests to me that she's not really gonna probably do that willingly. You know, she's not gonna swallow her pride and do that. So I think it's Lyra Valkyria retention with the help.
I think
of
if
Bayley.
Lyra retains, I think they'll have another match.
I think they'll have a third, but I think Bayley probably comes back this weekend. So
Maybe.
Yeah. Peyton?
Are you done now? Okay, good. I have Becky.
Fair. Radio.
Valkyria to retain. I'm sorry, but when you add a stipulation like the whole raise my hand, say I'm the better woman" bullshit. No, I'm sorry. No, Valkyria for the win.
I have a question for you guys though that going for Valkyria, right?
Yep.
Just a question. Don't bite my head off. But if Becky loses, right, and she can't challenge Lyra for that title again, how will they eventually get to Becky versus Bayley at SummerSlam for the title? Because that's the direction I think they're going.
I think you have Becky come out on Raw, say it's bullshit. Say, oh, I didn't lose it the correct way, and then all of a sudden Bailey's music hits, and Bailey and her just start fucking fighting one another and beating the crap out of each other almost every week until finally they say, oh, we're gonna have a match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, but how are they going to have a title match at SummerSlam if Becky can't challenge for the title again?
have Bayley beat Lyra. Simple.
Yeah, but then how do you explain her turning on Lyra?
She don't have to turn on Lyra.
I mean, babyface is babyface. Doesn't work for me, bro.
That doesn't work.
I like my shades.
Well, if that's the case, Cody and Cena, you can't happen again. God damn it.
Cena's not a babyface.
He'll always be a babyface to me.
No, he'll be a baby bitch. That's what it'll be.
Anyway, who the other people are?
Basically, if Bayley returns, we'll be happy. If Bayley doesn't return, I'll be happy. Anyway, Rahul has Lyra because he thinks Bayley will return. Christian Vega has Becky Lynch. Of course he does. Vega No, not Vega. I just said him. Who am I? Dez has Becky Lynch. And the House Blocks has Becky Lynch. So just the two of you in Lyra.
Stand my
There's
ground.
three in it. There's three in it.
Both of you are gonna. What?
There's three in it. It's Rahul, myself, and Radio.
Oh yeah, Rahul. Yeah, sorry, forgot about him. You're all just gonna like send a tweet to Bailey, and I'll be like, "Yo, save us." Also, we just want to
I
see
don't think
Bailey
so.
back on TV. We just want to see Bailey back on TV because it's Bailey.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Liam wants
say
to see her for the
Liam. We all
wrestling,
know
right?
why you want to see.
Just for the wrestling, right, Liam? Just for the wrestling, right? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway,
wrestling
main
is pretty
event.
good anyway, so yeah.
So the
Main event,
the main
guys.
event is undisputed champion John Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso.
No.
I like half
Boo
of
the
main
woe.
event team.
Boo the woe. Boo the yeet.
All right, I'll let Hootie go.
John Cena and Logan Paul all day long. You even have to ask. That's a stupid
course.
question.
I just wanted to ask it just for that
They're
reason.
going to cheat to win. Travis Scott probably will help them. Travis Scott will probably help him. Because, he likes putting his nose where it shouldn't belong. But it will be Cody's first match back, so they'll be like, oh my god, he is the quarterback, he is the hero, he has to win. Then again, Gunther could also screw them because, Jay, Gunther.
Yeah. All right, Noble, I see you shaking your head. Who do you got?
There's no way Cody's going to lose in his return match, so I'll go with Uso and Rhodes.
There is a way. He just doesn't have to get pinned. I mean, if John Cena pins Jey Uso,
If
You know.
if the YouTuber pins the World Heavyweight Champ,
if the YouTuber pins the world champion, yeah, then Twitter is going to explode.
then they're gonna be like, "Oh, Cena was right. Cena was right."
Yeah.
All right, Liam. He's smart.
Logan Paul and John Cena are going to win. And I think the YouTuber does pin the World Heavyweight Champion.
See, he used his head.
Because then they'll probably just do a Jey Uso and Logan Paul rematch at Night of Champions.
Yeah, probably.
So,
Trouble is, I don't have to hate this shit. It just hates itself.
because why not? You just
Yeah.
do that. You can protect John Cena from losing. You can protect Cody Rhodes from losing. But then at the same time, it's like, John Cena can say, "Oh, you couldn't beat me again, Cody Rhodes." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But then I'll be like, "Ooh, the Ronin wrestling thing. It's going so well because the YouTuber pinned the guy who's so popular and only goes yeet." Which in itself
Boo
is
the yeet.
kind of Ronin wrestling.
Boo the
isn't it?
yeet.
So,
Bro, the yeet is ruining wrestling more than John Cena is.
I mean, I'm still not a fan of the whole
Anyway,
how
yeah.
the run with Cena's going as a heel, but yes, I think the Yeet's ruining it for me.
Yeah, I think this heel has failed, and he's going to be babyface again soon.
I think so too.
Anyway, radio.
John Cena and Logan Paul.
See, you used your head too.
Even though I feel like Logan and him are gonna disagree on a few things, I still feel like they're gonna. Like, obviously, Logan's
I think
gonna
Jey
pull out,
Uso.
I feel like Logan's gonna pull out the brass knucks, and we all know how that's gonna.
Yeah, but I think Jey Uso is just going to get his win back on Monday against Gunther anyway. So,
Yeah,
fine.
that's
Is Jey Uso going to be Is Jey Uso still going to be world champion on Monday? Because I think if Seth wins, he cashes in. I mean, I could see Roman Reigns stopping him, but then again, would it shock you if Triple H has Seth Rollins beat Jey Uso at the end of Money in the Bank and walk into Monday as champion and then beat Gunther? Wouldn't shock me. You
Well,
know,
that's heel versus heel, isn't it?
I mean, Triple H hates the concept of Money in the Bank. Why would he want to keep it at home for long? You know, just have someone win the briefcase and then cash in straight away.
Yeah. I remember someone asked me why the other day. I'm like, I don't know why. He just does.
Yeah, he
Hey.
never liked it.
Peyton, who do you got?
Cody and Jay.
Of course he does.
You're fired.
I mean, I got fired earlier. So
Yeah, he's already been fired.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, Liam, you're rehired now because you said Logan and Cena. Ross has Cody and Jay. He's fired. Des has Cody and Jay. She's fired.
Oh, jeez, we're clean
Vega has
out.
Cody and Jay. He's fired. And Rahul has Cody and Jay will win because I believe Roman will return.
he doesn't fit in this equation, though.
Not in that one, nah. He fits more with Punk, Sammy, and the whole Seth thing.
Exactly.
But what if what I've been saying this whole time is true, and Seth is actually working with John Cena, and Seth's the reason John Cena and Logan Paul win, and there's a mega faction led by Paul Heyman, including John Cena, Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker.
How does this elect guy know our plans? This is starting to piss me off.
Yeah, well, guess what, Paul? You're a penguin. Shut up.
How dare you?
Shut up, you fat.
Walrus.
Penguin.
Yeah, well, this walrus gets more pussy than you're
He
doing
was
a week.
called a walrus first.
Walrus.
He was called a walrus.
I don't know,
before
man.
he was
Fine,
You
that
know
the
what?
walrus is on it.
I still think Seth's involved with Cena somehow. I don't know how, but I still think it is. I still think
I
they're. I don't
I
know.
think the two.
You
I
want to know
think they're
why?
two separate
I think that
entities.
Seth and Cena are working together ever since Seth
Or
started laughing John Cena's theme song to him.
That was
or if
easy.
Seth doesn't need a third guy anymore because he got Bronson Reed. But if Cena needs a third guy with Logan Paul, stick to McIntyre in there.
It depends if they want to pull him off his time off, really. Or...
No, to be fair, Logan Paul and John Cena will survive after this pay-per-view.
Dude,
Logan will do something to piss Cena off.
can we just admit something right now that Drew is
Logan was already pissing
Drew is
Cena off on last Friday.
Yeah, Cena's ready to like slap him in the face. And then Cena was like, "Oh crap, I'm a heel. I'm not allowed to do that."
that's why I also have a bad feeling. Cena could, since Cena's a heel, he could just be like, "Oh fuck this," and walk out of the match. And then
Logan
Yeah,
Paul
but he wouldn't do that.
Logan Paul was pissing John Cena off so much they gave him a 2-minute overrun in the promo.
Crazy. But yeah, Money in the Bank predictions are in. Everyone call Peyton dumb in the comments. Yeah.
For
Saturday's
what
gonna be
reason?
interesting. Oh, just because you're dumb.
because you're here. When
And
you said
plus,
you
you
weren't
called
going
us
to be.
dumb for you called us dumb. You called us dumb for predicting Dominic at Mania, so we're calling you dumb now just because you're dumb.
Dumb.
Anyway, wrestling news.
Wrestling.
Yeah.
We have to talk about it, guys. We do have to
I
talk
don't
about it.
wanna
And I'm
talk
going to
about
go over
it.
to radio here.
We have
First of all,
I'm not talking about it.
radio, over to you about the Apple.
I've never been more fucking pissed. WWE has released the Apple. Now, listen to me. The Apple.
Not Carlito,
I,
the Apple.
no, shut
Oh,
up. The
Carlito's
Apple.
fun too, yeah.
No, that's not important right now. The Apple was the factor in every single Monday Night Raw, goddammit. And I've never been more fucking pissed off in my entire life. Listen, you had green outfit, you had red, you had yellow at one. I mean, the yellow one did a lot more work. He went under the ring. He was like, "Oh, let me show you how this is done." He got more television time. And honestly, I've never been more fucking pissed. Fuck WWE. God damn it.
Also, Carlito's gone.
Yeah, he's gone too. Took the PlayStation and everything.
Yeah, it does look like you took the PlayStation.
What's Dominic gonna do now?
But the really bad one.
Yes, R-Truth. Now,
Terrible.
let's just
WWE
clarify this.
one.
Let's just clarify this. He's not been released like he said he has. He's just not getting a new contract.
Is that
There's
not
a
the same with
difference.
Carlito, though?
Well, yes, but Radio wanted to say about the Apple, so we'll let that one go. But
Fuck this shit.
The Apple's
R-Truth
released
and Carlito, both, they're not getting new contracts, so they haven't been released. There is a difference, but gullible wrestling fans like Payne doesn't understand the difference. So
The Apple, the
shut
Apple
up.
rock. The Apple rock. Apple rock.
The Apple got released, yes, but Carlito and R-Truth just are not getting new contracts.
Why do we keep bringing it up? Why do we keep bringing it up? We're just gonna make me more pissed off.
We have to talk about it.
Well, too bad.
We have to talk about it.
You know,
But
I'm
no,
gonna make a new shirt that's gonna say
What
"Resign
are
the
your
Apple."
guys' thoughts? What are you guys' thoughts about WWE not giving them new contracts?
Honestly, not resigning the Truth's contract, ridiculous. But honestly, R-Truth is one of the best comedic characters in WWE. He's most beloved business. Like, see, not having him in WWE at this point. First, he's the most entertaining guy in the business. And he's well missed.
I don't feel like it's a void they can necessarily fill either, because it's clear by the way you don't really see. I mean, you see Alpha Academy these days, but they're sort of hovering around the Rusev and Sheamus stuff. So, but were they as funny as R-Truth naturally? I don't think so. Like, you don't see Akira Tozawa or Otis breaking people on the regular like R-Truth would do. And
If someone could, Chelsea King could.
but when you think about it, the Ron Cena merchandise kind of
Yeah.
was true.
He
Since
told
last
us.
time it's now kind of
He literally told us during that match.
but he wasn't really made aware of it till obviously.
Well, I don't know
a
if
little
this
while
is
later.
true, right? I don't know if this is true, but apparently he got offered the new contract with a significant pay cut and he didn't take it. I don't know if that's true. I've just
Why
heard
would
that.
Why would he take it? It's a pay cut.
Um,
Especially if
know.
it was significantly less than what he was on. Then
But I also understand, like, I'm not happy that he's not there anymore. But then again, I'm like, why should they pay him a lot of money if he's just a background character most of the time?
it's a fair point.
You know? I'm not
At least
defending
TNA
it.
are, at least TNA are reportedly interested in him.
Yeah, I'm not defending them getting rid of him. If it was my choice, I would have kept him. But I'm like, the amount of money he was making, he shouldn't be making that amount of money just for a background character that wrestles now and again, you know?
Yeah. I
But
think you guys without saying he was not all that utilized, really, in the last few
yeah,
years.
that is fair. I don't know, man. It sucks.
I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but
Yeah.
I think WWE releasing him or him not re-signing with WWE. I mean, no offense. I'm gonna go ahead and say here, what the hell else is R-Truth gonna do? I mean, he got to wrestle his childhood hero. I mean, come on, what else does he have left to accomplish?
Can we break kayfabe now?
No, fuck off.
R-Truth
the Apple.
is older than John Cena.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
That is also
Shut up.
that is also another reason they didn't keep him around because of his age.
Yeah, but then
I mean,
they
look,
signed Jeff Cobb and he's 42.
Yeah, but R-Truth is like 53.
I mean, look,
Yeah.
I don't mean to go there, but I mean, what other direction were they going to go with R-Truth? I mean,
They
I
could,
didn't.
you know how he won the 24/7 title? They could have done the 742 title. You know, could have won that.
The fuck
But
did that?
obviously they didn't do that.
The fuck?
I didn't know
Yeah,
the 24/7
247,
7-Eleven.
740. No, 247, 24/7. They could have done 742. You know, backwards.
Okay.
Yeah, could have had him win the 742 title. I don't know. I think he should go to
But
TNA.
then my brain would automatically translate that into 24th of July in American terms every single time.
That's the only
Yeah, it
time
would
it
just
falls to
be.
them.
It would be a different belt then. It'd be like pink with 742 on it.
It's like the
Pink.
Saudi belts; they only get defended at specific times. You know.
You don't even
Give
get
that,
defenders.
if you want to make it pink, just give it to Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, she'll turn it pink actually. Yeah, but no, genuinely, it
Oh
is
my
good
god,
that
that
TNA
actually
is
makes sense.
interested. TNA is interested. The thing is, I don't know if R-Truth wants to carry on wrestling. I mean, realistically, doesn't need to. You know?
He does do music on the side.
Yeah, he could just do that, or he could go TNA.
But no,
Don't
I'm
go to AEW.
like I'm
Don't
not
go to AEW.
like I'm not
Oh,
sitting
Long
here
the truth
being a
killings.
jerk about this, like sitting here saying that I'm not upset that R-Truth is leaving. Like obviously I'm upset that he's leaving, but at the same time I'm also sitting here logically like what else could they have done with him other than they were gonna have him get squashed by every other rising star that they were trying to build up. It's either that or they were gonna have him some funny angle that made no sense. But
To be fair, it's
Could have
kind
had him.
of it's the same with Carlito. You know, it's another release comedic character. But when you think about it, he was only ever slightly involved in Judgment Day segments recently, where he's just flirting with Raquel or cracking the odd
I
joke.
honestly thought
You
that
know,
was going
off
somewhere.
the cuff. Or he just interferes in the other members' matches and never really has matches himself. So
Listen, Carlito took a bunch of fucking spears.
he
It
took
took
the
a
best
little
one
bit
ever,
more than that.
He took
the
Carlito just
best
won
one
a
ever.
title in. Carlito won a title the day before he got day before this news came out. In Puerto Rico, so
That's awesome.
yeah, he won a title.
In Puerto Rico.
Um, yeah,
I bet you Vegas saw
But
it.
he did, yeah.
probably beat
I
Vega
think
for.
apparently he's still the world champion of his father's promotion in Puerto Rico. So
yep.
Maybe the apple will go back home to Puerto Rico, man. And radio will never
yeah.
see it again.
Good.
And
I don't
then
want to see.
they bring Bad Bunny in and he dethrones him straight away. Lol.
Fuck
I don't
that.
know, man. It does suck, obviously,
I
when
need blow.
anyone. It does suck when anyone loses their job, right? But I
Yes.
can see why people are upset about it. I understand it, but from what we just discussed, we can also see WWE side and why they did it. You know, a lot of people
It's
don't
just
look at that
it's just
side.
business. It's just business.
Yeah.
They're trying to save money,
So
even though they're making loads of it. But yeah,
it's still money they can pay up, you know.
yeah, they can always just allocate it to other areas.
I think it was more shock than anything. I mean, Carlito's not that big of a shock. R-Truth was a shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But you guys seen the Miz taking all WWE stuff off his Twitter?
His
Well,
contract's running down as well, apparently.
well, they also said
Yeah,
something
but
about Gunther doing the same thing.
Gunther did take everything off his Twitter too. Yeah, Liam would be pissed if they didn't give him a new contract. But Jesus Christ, you'd see Liam cash out, not a Jey Uso cash out, and Liam cash out.
Well, luckily for us, I think Gunther signed a new deal in December. So
Good.
he's tied down a bit longer, but I think maybe he's trying to keep his social media a bit more personal. It's an odd direction, but he still does promote WWE from time to time. But yeah, WWE, if you let go of Gunther, I will find you and I will unalive you.
But Liam, if they got rid of Gunther, you would then probably get Gunther as Will Ospreay.
Yes. Again, do it again. The OTT match in 2019 and the Defiant one in 2018. Two of the best matches I've ever seen in my entire life. So yeah, if you want to do it at Wembley Stadium next year, Tony Khan, give me what I want, and I'll pay you
But,
all the money
Tony,
you
don't
want.
listen to him.
I might even pay for a ringside seat.
Tony,
No, I'm not going to do that.
Tony.
I'm not gonna
no,
pay
those
that
are
extra.
expensive. Though. Those are
No,
expensive.
no.
man.
If you did that, we would be forcing you to get vlogs at that point, motherfucker.
But no. Hopefully, R-Truth. I think R-Truth and Carlito will both be fine. If R-Truth does continue wrestling, though, I think he should go to TNA.
Karen Cross hasn't also been offered a contract either.
Karrion Kross is in a weird situation because WWE haven't even gone to him to talk about a new contract. Apparently,
I wonder what.
And there was even those reports a few weeks ago that said, "Oh, he's going to get more of a push on television." But then the only thing he's ever done is, confronted Sami Zayn
the fact
once.
that he
and then
wasn't
he's been
in a
used
Money
on-
in the Bank qualifier.
And then not only that, he's only been doing main event, which is before Raw.
And been getting
They
bigger
tape
pops
that
than most
before
people
Raw.
on TV.
Exactly. It's fucking mental.
But if this whole thing with Sami Zayn leads to something, then maybe what he needs, But I don't know.
Karen Cross can't keep being the guy that makes people turn heel and then not be on TV himself
He
doing
can't
something
be
a
a
bit
fucking
more.
Dr. Phil person that keeps fucking popping up out of nowhere, and he's just like, "Hey, so let me explain to you why you need to do this, because obviously you didn't listen to me."
Well, he did
Okay.
it with
It's
AJ
almost like Karen
Styles.
Cross. It's
didn't he?
almost like Karen Cross is in the room. I'm kind of scared.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's
Let me
behind
explain
you.
something to you, pal.
Liam, maybe he's
let me
behind you
explain
right
something
now.
to you. You should have listened to me and
Sammy.
embraced your dark side.
Sammy.
Because if you didn't do that, if you'd just gone to SmackDown, you'd be champion right now. But you're not.
You be
He wouldn't
champion
be
right now,
champion,
Sammy.
though. He wouldn't be champion, though, would he?
No,
He'd have to fucking beat
Well,
John
no.
Cena.
no.
At the same time, he
Cross just wants to
does.
cause problems. But
There's that shoot promo after WrestleMania and that chat show with Sam Roberts and Megan Moran or whatever, and then they've not really. I thought that'd be like WWE would take notice and be like, okay, we have to do more. And they have.
I did talk to someone the other day about Karrion Kross, and I'm not worried about it really because Triple H likes him, and I think he'll be fine.
Just put him on TV,
But then
please.
again,
I'm waiting for
That's all you have
Karrion
to do.
Kross to get his
But,
own talk
like,
show.
I mean, like,
also, I
but then
wanna
people say on Twitter, and then the bell rings. He's not a
I wanna-
horrible wrestler at all.
I wanna bring this up. Right? People blaming Triple H for people not getting new contracts. It's not his choice.
Nick Khan.
Triple H doesn't make those decisions.
Sorry, Emmanuel and Nick Khan.
R.K. Emmanuel and Nick Khan are the ones that make those decisions.
Triple
And maybe
H is the
Dwayne.
booker. Okay.
Yeah, Triple H is the booker of the show.
Well, if you want to blame anyone, blame Dwayne. Blame Dwayne.
Yeah, Dwayne, what's your fucking problem?
Get off the
That
board, you
bald-headed
lazy prick.
fraud.
Now listen here, Dwayne. If you don't give me a
You
nice
bald
big
fuck.
contract
Dwayne.
next time, it's gonna be
Did
problems.
you hear that?
Fraud.
Did you hear the news that came out from Cultaholic about him today?
No.
Apparently, him and WWE had a little bit of a misunderstanding, an issue before the tag match at WrestleMania 40.
I wonder why.
No, because it's actually kind of funny. It's not about anything like that. It's about a plane. It was about a plane. It's about a jet.
What? Because they couldn't fly him out.
No, he thought they were sending a plane to come and get him, but they thought he was going to fly on his own plane. So then they went back and forth, and then eventually they sent a plane out to him.
Wayne.
Well, if you have your own plane, just fucking use it.
Poor Dwayne, he can't
Yeah.
get a fucking flight on his own goddamn plane. Wayne.
Anyway, yeah, R-Truth, Carlito, Don, not forgotten.
Yeah.
Right.
And hopefully we'll see them again eventually. R-Truth will be in the Hall of Fame. Can't wait for that speech. Can you imagine the Hall of Fame
He
speech?
has more title wins than John Cena, goddammit. Fuck that.
There's more title wins than John Cena and Hicksley combined.
Yeah.
Yep.
If he's not in the Hall of Fame, I'm telling you, WWE. Motherfucker.
But yeah, there was news about Zoe Stark that came out after her horrible injury.
Yeah,
That
she's gonna
said,
miss WrestleMania.
she's gonna miss. She's gonna be out way past Mania. Yeah.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ.
Must be.
But then
extremely
someone
bad.
was like, the report came out right saying she was going to be out past Mania, and someone in the comments like was funny, being like, she wasn't going to be on Mania anyway. I'm like, that's not the point, you know.
Okay, you want to know what?
Like, yeah, that is not the point. No.
You want
Anyone can be on WrestleMania if they work hard enough. Yeah.
wrestling fans?
That's so
You want to? I'm gonna go ahead and say it, and this can be quoted. I honestly don't care. Wrestling fans are a lot like assholes. Everyone has one, but they're all different. Okay.
And Payne's the biggest one.
Yeah. He's not even talking.
No, he's probably falling asleep.
Yeah, here.
Talk.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, but anyway,
4-man pod. Let's go.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I hope Zoe Stark gets better soon. You know.
Yeah, I
It is a
really
shame.
hope.
She's underrated, man. She's underrated. I really do.
Here's the thing. In NXT, she was good, and when she got called up, I was quite excited. But they haven't done shit with her, you know.
They haven't really done anything with her since Trish Stratus went away. That's the thing.
Yes.
Even the
like,
whole Trish Stratus thing was a bit cringe, to be honest.
Yeah,
But at least it was something. It was something, at least.
I really hope
she
so.
was in around the orbit of Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus, and everyone was like thinking, "Oh, she's gonna be a big deal then," evidently. And then,
oh, she's
And
working
then
with
Triple
an
H was like,
icon.
nah.
Triple H. Triple H was like, "Oh, you want to push? Fuck you."
I really hope Zoe Stark. I hope Zoe Starks
then
get better soon. At this point, that like that injury that she suffered, really
It was
gruesome.
horrible. I watched it again, and I don't know why I keep doing it, but I keep watching it, and
It's gruesome. I've been a fan of Zoe Stark since NXT. Like you said, she hasn't been used a lot since that Trish Stratus skit here. But when she joined Pure Fusion Collective, or I call it Puke Fusion Collective, I don't like it.
I was
That
gonna
whole
say you
you
sitting there saying that you were a fan of hers. It was motherfucker.
I don't like it when she was with Pure Fusion Collective. Like that faction's just completely terrible, in my opinion.
Yeah, so there was that news, and there was also news that Kevin Owens still hasn't had surgery yet.
why?
I don't know.
I feel like apparently, I think it's one of those things with neck surgeries. Like, if you get the surgery, it's like, it's more of a risk to wrestle again, sort of thing. But then Edge and Saraya have had the neck surgeries that since fixed the initial one. That means they can.
I remember how long it took them to clear Edge.
Well, it was 9 years or something. So,
I don't know. Maybe there's like complications with it, or it's not been scheduled, or what? Because WWE organizes all that stuff anyway. So
maybe they're saying try and rehab it first, see where you can get with it, and then because clearly they would want him back.
I think what they're doing
if Kevin
is
got his own way. If Kevin got his own way, he'd wrestle with a broken neck.
With a broken fucking neck.
He would do.
Like Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
He'd go on the Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle
For fuck's sake. He'd be like,
Kurt Angle actually wrestled
but no.
neck for a long time.
He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. He doesn't let us forget about it.
But then he worked in WWE with a broken neck at one point in like 2000.
Yeah, he did. There's a whole angle with it.
But yeah, I hope he gets surgery soon, and I hope obviously he's gonna be out ages, like a long time. But I hope he gets his surgery soon, so then there'd be some sort of time frame on his return.
Wait, hold on. You gotta say it to Kevin like you're supposed to. Kevin, you gotta get the dang freaking surgery, man. For Christ's sakes, man. He broke the rules. He didn't get the surgery. He broke the rules. No, he broke the rules, man. Come on.
Then
they didn't put me under the knife. It's against the rules.
Then he'll just punch the two doctors in the face at the same time. Be like, I did it.
They're both standing too close to me. I'm sorry.
Where's Sammy? I need Sammy. Where's Sammy? Sammy.
Where's Sammy?
Where's
I need
Sammy?
to powerbomb him on the friggin' apron again.
Hey!
But
Maybe
no.
Kevin's the fourth man.
Oh God, can you imagine that?
Oh God, that group. Oh,
Can you imagine Kevin Owens being a Paul Heyman guy?
so I hear you want to work with me. No, the last time I worked with you,
I
you
didn't-
did all this friggin' bullshit. And I can't deal with you right now. No, get him away from me. Okay,
I don't know,
jeez.
man. But hopefully he gets the surgery soon. And then we'll have some sort of time frame on his return.
Yeah.
You know. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. We've been live for an hour. I haven't watched any wrestling this week, so I'm not gonna do a wrestling
Neither
recap.
have I.
I'm just gonna tell you what happened, like the big things that happened during the shows, right? And the main thing I want to talk about is Will Ospreay telling Jon Moxley, "You're the reason AEW sucks."
Okay.
He has a point.
Yeah.
Me,
Also, the
Liam's like, he's saying something nice about Will Ospreay. What is this? But he has a
Yeah.
point.
also on the big news on NXT, Mariah May show up.
Oh yeah, cool about that.
Hold on, we'll get to her in a second.
Yeah, let's talk about Will Ospreay.
I want to talk about Will here. Will, there's a certain way to word things because you know people are gonna take that whole damn thing out of context, and
I don't think he can.
and already people are just like, "Wow, Will Ospreay admitting his own company sucks."
Well, it's better than him lying and saying it's good.
Well, I mean, he could have done the whole "you're the problem here in AEW," this and that, instead of just being like, "Oh yeah, the company fucking sucks."
Well, he did say though that it was people like him and Adam Page and Swerve and all that brought the feeling back, and then was like, "Jon Moxley, you're the reason it sucks. We're the reason it's good."
Okay, good. At least he corrected it that way.
But Liam's just there like, "That's my boy."
Liam's like,
You know?
"This is what I cheer for, God damn it."
He told Jon Moxley where to go.
He told Jon Moxley to shut the fuck up.
I mean, I don't think AEW sucks right now. And as I said recently, I think I've been enjoying it more than WWE for whatever reason.
Do they have stories now?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, the whole Hangman Swerve thing still going on, but Swerve's like the middle. Swerve.
How's MJF
like
doing? How's MJF doing in his little group?
Oh, he's a bitch now.
I think he's doing alright there.
He's a side piece.
Does he still hurt people? Does he like hurting people?
Yeah, verbally just as much as physically.
Yeah, just wait until Bobby Lashley turns on him.
All the way around.
I think they'll have MJF be the babyface. To be honest, I think Bobby turns on him.
I'm still sticking to my opinion about AEW.
I don't know. I mean, Will Ospreay had a point
down a
about
dangerous road.
They did lose to NXT again, but not by a lot. It was only by like 10,000 in the views this week.
I don't know, I thought for 4 hours of television last night. I thought
Oh no, Collision just no. Dynamite
was great. Dynamite was great.
Speaking,
yeah, but the Collision part.
Speaking of AEW,
was Will Ospreay, Leo Rush. So, and announcing Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada title for title or winner takes.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
All that. Finally, chapter 5, baby. Let's go.
Radio said that's not going to be a good match. He said it before the stream.
I want you to listen to me right now.
It's going to be good.
That match
be great.
Is not going to live up to what those two did back in the day. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, no, but it's still going to be good. So
the reason. All right, look.
Okada and Omega get each other on a spiritual and cerebral level.
They do.
Okada and
I'm
Omega
not
look to
saying
be
that they don't.
successful.
But what I'm saying is that it's not going to live
The
up to the
wrestling
hype that it
soulmates,
once had.
Well, everyone's excited about it, so I don't know why you're saying
I'm
it's not
not.
going to live up to the same hype. I'm excited.
Because I
But
already
at the
know
same
that there's
time,
going to be
selfishly, I
some
would have been
I
like,
already know that there's going to be some bullshittery involved, and the fucking Young Bucks are going to get involved and cause a bunch of
Yeah,
problems.
but you also know Tony Khan's going to let them wrestle for like 45 minutes.
Tony,
yeah,
make them wrestle for
that's
an
the good
hour.
part.
Have them fucking push each other to the limit.
Don't wrestle for an hour.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
45 minutes is
Don't do
fine.
that.
you want to prove me wrong?
45.
Have them go the hour. Come on.
Don't do that.
What radio meant 45 minutes, not an
No,
hour.
that's not what I fucking said. I said an hour. Noble, don't you dare correct me over there.
Don't,
Yeah, but if they go
don't
for
do
an
it
hour,
now.
most
NXT ass
AW
sucker.
matches, most title matches have like 30 or 60 minutes, so if they go the whole 60, it's going to be a draw.
Okay, good.
And it's winner take all anyway.
So that has to be a winner. They just go something
Yeah.
for a winner.
I just
Get 5 more minutes.
for me, I want those two to have a good match. I have a bad feeling that there's going to be bullshittery in that involved.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just
gonna
going
be
to ruin
bullshit
it,
in
and I
most
really
wrestling matches.
Or you could just, make it Continental
Or
Championship rules since it's winner
you
takes
could do
all,
what
and
I'm
that
gonna
means you go
do
outside the
and just
differences
not
as well.
watch.
I mean, I'm going to watch all then, because I want to. So,
You're gonna go to Texas.
no, I'm not going to go to Texas. I'm going to watch it on TV. If it's in Wembley, then yes, I would. But,
Would you not fly to Texas to watch a Will Ospreay match?
no, it's too far.
and listen.
It's Will Ospreay.
Well, hold on. This group
It's
knows.
Texas.
This group knows I'm a diehard Kenny fan, right? So obviously, I fully want the match to live up to the hype. I do. I want those two to fucking put on a 5-star banger. But
But you know they're gonna get 5 stars anyway because Dave Meltzer sucks them off for a living.
I'm gonna go ahead and say now. Dave Meltzer sucked balls, and he sucked dick. And honestly, he
Tony
should
Khan's
just
balls,
retire because he does nothing but give 5 stars to people that don't deserve it, including someone.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
Be careful.
Oof.
I will not be careful. Will Ospreay could sit there and have a 1-star match. Dave Meltzer's like, oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever seen. 6 stars.
Look, man. Dave Meltzer just has a favorite flavor, and Will Ospreay's vanilla, baby.
How would you know?
That's what Will Ospreay himself said.
How would he know?
It's just his opinion. That's all it is. There's nothing to get.
It's what the missus told him. Yeah, he's vanilla.
No, I mean, look. Here's the reason I hate
Maybe it
Dave
is.
is because Dave, no offense, he'll sit there and he could
I
sit there
love
and
Uncle
say
Dave,
that
man.
like
Uncle Dave
Hangman
is
and
awesome.
Ospreay, right? He will sit there and
It's
say
5
that that's a 5.5-star banger,
It was.
right?
It was.
And I'm not saying, but then again, he will also say that if Will Ospreay took on fucking Mark Briscoe in a fucking 2-minute match, he'll be like, "Oh my god, 5-star banger."
No.
To be fair, Will Ospreay probably could have a 5-star match in 2 minutes.
But yeah, say less, bro. It's all like a challenge. And to be
Anyway.
fair, Mark
Anyway.
Briscoe's been having a very good year in ring wise. So
Anyway, another thing, Tony Storm's Mercedes is happening.
yeah.
Yay!
And I think Tony Storm wins.
Yeah,
I don't.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah,
I
Tony
don't.
has to win.
Mercedes needs to face some adversity. Like she's literally not lost to
She's beaten everyone. I mean, they wasted the Athena match.
Yes.
They should have been doing
What
that
is-
for the TBS title, really, but then you don't really
Because
know
I'm
what
sorry.
to do with Tony Texas about that point. So
Yeah, because I'm sorry, what does Mercedes has left to prove at this point? She beat everybody. I think it's about time for her to lose to a big time star like Tony.
No, they're probably gonna give her the fucking belt. We'll have to deal with, oh, I'm all money. Yeah, I'm the CEO. I'm the champion. Fuck off.
I mean, she is. She is the CEO. She signs Tony Khan's checks. Literally.
She's like, Tony, I've seen you are writing checks that you cannot cash. Therefore, I'm taking over as chief executive officer of
Oh.
AEW, and I will pay you instead. It's not, I don't think you
Yeah.
come from a billionaire family at all, Tony.
No, your father's money's not good enough for me.
Yeah, your daddy's
Let me
football
pay
money ain't worth shit.
Not your father.
Mercedes is like, you know that scene in Star Wars where Darth Vader goes, Luke, I'm your father. Mercedes goes to
No.
Tony.
I am your CEO.
Yeah, literally. How kind of Star
That's
Wars
not true. That's not possible. I need to drink
Tony would
water
be
weirdly
like-
because I'm so scared.
Tony would be like, yes, CEO, yes, anything you want, yes.
You want the
But no,
AEW World
I
Championship in Texas? You got it.
You want to beat John Moxley? Sure. You got it.
You want to remove the title from a briefcase? Sure, you can.
But no, I think Tony Storm Mercedes will actually be a good match.
What do I?
I'm praying to God
Um,
Tony
well-
Storm wins. I'm praying to God.
I am as well. Because
Tony,
Mercedes
if you
leaves-
I
put
think
that
they will
fucking
be.
belt
Oh.
on CEO, I swear to
Go.
God.
the GOAT Tony
Well-
Storm and Mercedes Moné.
Talking about Tony Storm, we can now go on to Mariah May, who did show up in NXT.
Yeah.
Had
Yeah,
her
yeah.
debut in
Nice
NXT.
knowing your title reign, JC Jane. You're about to be the
Jack
greatest
Jane.
transitional champion.
It's
No,
Jack Jane.
Jack Jane.
Huh?
According to the Wrestler Twitter.
Jack Jane. Yeah,
Oh,
hey,
Jack
you know
Jane,
when she
oh.
won?
That's why. Oh yeah, that's why I told him to proofread beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Jane.
Yeah, Jack Jane.
I'm actually gonna go on Twitter now
Yeah.
and check that. as well.
Peyton.
We have the
Yeah,
screenshot,
everyone's-
people.
Yeah, if anyone's wondering what's going on here, basically when JC Jane won, Payne put a tweet. Jack Jane won the title.
No,
Yeah,
the fuck, no, the
fucking
fuck he did
Peyton.
not.
Jack
I'm like,
Jane.
who's
Fuck's
Jack
sake.
Jane? But yeah, anyway, Mariah May, who doesn't have a name at the moment, debuted in NXT. And she basically said she's going to be the next NXT Women's Champion. And I can tell you right now, one of the reasons that she left was because Tony Khan was like, I got Tony Storm here, I got Mercedes here. Mariah May and Tony just had one of the best, probably the best storyline in AEW history. And I'm just going to move Mariah May to the corner and have Mercedes take her place. That's what he did. But yeah,
Yeah.
she's in NXT. I think. I mean, it was a matter of when, not if. To be honest with you.
Yeah, and plus, Mariah's a big WWE fan. Before she went to like the big time.
Well, she played it smart, didn't she? You know, she built her name up. She went to AEW. Probably had the best feud in that company's history with Tony Storm. Now she's gone to WWE and everyone knows her.
Had the greatest women's match in AEW history.
It does mean that
I think
AEW
that's
is
the
good at
best feud
creating
in
stars.
AEW
So.
history. I think that's the best feud in AEW history.
It was. Now,
CM Punk and MJF didn't happen. Okay.
yeah,
No,
and now,
because CM Punk was PG Punk. You know, he wasn't CM Punk.
yeah, but now we're gonna chance to see Mariah May what she's made of in NXT and WWE in general.
And I'm telling you
I
right
cannot
now,
wait.
her name's probably going to be like Mariah July or something.
Selena September.
Mariah June.
Selena September. Selena
Actually,
September.
Hold on, can I
Don't
say
need to
something
say.
real quick? Because I want to address this. People were sitting here saying, "Oh, NXT lost a lot of star power by sending their most of their women's division to different brands, and they got major star power by getting May."
I mean, it looks like they're not moving up Jordan Grace yet,
I
so
agree
that's
with
good.
that, but can I also remind people of something?
No. I mean, yes.
NXT is a developmental brand.
It's
They-
not
they-
anymore, though. It's not anymore.
kind of-
It's just
it's kind of-
third brand now.
Yeah, it's
fashion.
legit their brand here. It's no
Peop-
longer
then-
developmental.
Then, then people need to stop saying it's a fucking developmental brand. Then
Well,
Yeah.
people are just dumb, man. It's the fucking the hate on NXT is so forced. It's actually quite stupid.
It's just the hate of NXT is just completely unjustified.
I don't know, man. I don't know if moving Jordan Cage up was the hate move.
No.
Julia and Stephanie, yes.
No, I think they should leave Jordan Grace down in NXT because I mean she did appear this
I think
past
they
Tuesday.
should have kept her there. Yeah.
As I said, I think they should keep her in NXT because, as I said, they've already signed up Stephanie, Juliet, and Roxanne. So, yeah.
And obviously now they're gonna have Micaiah May, but they need someone else there too. If you know Jordan Cage, Micaiah May, that'll be a good.
The only
that'd be
thing
good.
I'm slightly weirded out by is that it seems like Mariah May is going to be a babyface for a bit. When
Maybe.
I think she's way better as a heel.
AEW when she's better as a heel. We don't even know what she's gonna be look like as a heel in WWE.
Probably the same as AEW.
yeah,
It's literally the same thing. You
Who's
make
the
them
better
better.
hater? Shawn Michaels or Tony Khan?
Shawn Michaels by far.
I don't know.
I mean, he wrote Tony Storm and Mariah May very well. Gave you literally.
Well,
one of the
actually,
best people in
RJ,
history.
that RJ guy did that.
Oh, he helped. Yeah. But,
No, RJ did it, and he was just like, yes.
Yeah, RJ even was like, yeah, I did it, but I didn't also do it. It was also a whole bunch of other people. So
It was mainly him, though.
he was the brainchild of it, yes. But the entire thing. But like even Saray.
But I don't know, man. Her in AEW, her in NXT, I think she'll fit in. She'll fit in perfectly there. She will win that title sooner rather than later. And then she'll be like the main person down there. She'll be down there for a while, actually, probably. And then she'll get called up.
Well, that's the thing though. NXT now.
She'll be down there for a year and a half.
NXT needs to make more stars.
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? People were bitching and complaining about JC Jane winning the title, and I'm like, y'all complain that you want new stars, but then when they give the title to someone new, y'all complain too. I'm like, they don't win.
It's not that I don't think JC's not going to be made a star out of it. I think her being Mariah's first feud is certainly going to help her be a bit more seen and whatever. But at the same time, at the time she won the
She's just
title
a
off Stephanie.
transitional thinker.
At the time she won the title off Stephanie, it's kind of like I still don't personally see her as main event level. I see her as NXT Women's North American Champion level, maybe. But
But if Julia, Roxanne, Stephanie, and Jordan all got called up, someone had to beat Stephanie.
yep.
yeah,
There's
they
actually a
could've easily
good
put
question in the
Fallon.
chat.
Wasn't
They go, y'all say people's hatred of NXT is unjustified, so why is the hatred on AEW justified?
I think it's not personally, but that's me.
Because at least NXT has stories.
Yeah, I mean, no offense.
And
I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
They don't have random all-star 8-man tag matches on a random episode of Dynamite instead of building up to their pay-per-view. They have more than one women's match and more than one women's segment on every show.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly like the reason that I have hatred for them is because their stories don't make sense. Most of their matches that they make like 20 matches before the pay-per-view, which drives me nuts because it's like most of the matches don't even make sense.
Pay-per-views don't need that many matches anyway. I think WWE's 4 or 5 matches each pay-per-view makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, and like we're not sitting here saying that we hate the stars on AEW. Like, obviously, we don't hate the talent that AEW has. We just hate the way that the booking has been going. Like to us, it just most of it makes no sense. Like, no offense, Hangman should have gotten a title shot long ago. Like,
I mean, John
Correct.
Moxley should have lost. John Moxley should have lost that world title ages ago.
yeah,
Yes, and the Death Rider thing is just completely awful, honestly.
And even the biggest AEW fans in the world, you know, the ones that will defend that company with their life, hate the Death Rider storyline.
Yeah. Yep.
Doesn't that tell you what's wrong with that company? If your biggest fans, the ones that will literally bend over backwards for Tony Khan and do anything he asked of them, hate their world champion and his faction, it's not a good look, is it?
Yeah, it's almost like they really want the AEW championship to be off of Moxley ASAP.
I don't care who wins it. I just don't want it to be Moxley anymore. To be fair, though, what I have seen from AEW, I mean, I haven't watched the whole shows. I watched clips on YouTube. It's been getting better, but I don't think it's like when they obviously started, then it was hot, right? I don't think they'll get back to that level, but they have the talent to do it.
I
They
mean,
do.
I mean, look, listen, you guys are talking to someone who was like the biggest fan of AEW when it first started because it was like, oh, look at this talent that really never has been on US television coming over here and trying to make a name for themselves. And then they bring out guys like Jericho, they bring in guys like Moxley, and you're kind of thinking, okay, well, the company's going in interesting directions, right? But since then, the booking has somewhat been terrible. The only real interesting parts of that entire show, and I can't believe I'm even saying this, is Osprey. Like, everyone's kind of tuning in to see what the heck he's gonna do. People want to see Moxley lose this fucking world title,
Bro.
and
Max.
like the other part is like maybe there's gonna be something interesting there to watch, but instead we get met with bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. I mean, no offense. You have guys like Kenny, you have guys like MJF. MJF, like, for fuck's sake. Like, that guy, I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, he should be world champion again. He should. Like, he
Yeah.
should. He needs to be. Okay? But if, like, I don't really get the point with him joining Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Syndicate because we all know it's just gonna lead to a match between him and Bobby. Like,
I think
yeah.
it's to turn him babyface, I think.
The problem is if we're comparing when the company started back when it was fresh, young, new, and like it was like interesting and all, it was like, okay, some of the matches are even more interesting compared to now.
I'll tell you
It's night
exactly when
and
AEW
fucking day.
I'll tell you exactly when AEW started going downhill, and people can disagree with me all they want, but this is legitimately factual, and you can see it in the programming. The moment Cody left, that place started going downhill.
Yeah. 100%
Backstage,
agree here.
creatively, politics was like Cody was against all the the politics and all that. He was actually like focused on making the company good, and when he was there, the Young Bucks, Kenny, him, they had a vision. Tony Khan, they had a vision. Once Cody left, and they refused to listen to him again, and they wouldn't take his ideas on, then it started going downhill. And then they picked up momentum again when CM Punk came in there, because it's CM Punk. But then once he left, went downhill again. You signed people like Bryan Danielson, right? Cool. Sign people like Adam Cole. What the fuck's Adam Cole doing?
I don't even
TNT
know.
championship.
Okay.
TNT championship.
Where's Wardlow?
Yeah.
Gatorade
Why
or
not
just
give
sit,
him the
sit his
belt?
ass in the couch.
Wardlow's actually not sitting his ass on the couch. He's been granted time off since his injury to do a TV show. So he's doing
Even
stuff
before
like
he was injured, he wasn't being used.
yeah,
Where's Baker?
still people
Where's Jungle Boy or Jack Perry?
who cares?
Where's
Who
he?
cares
Jack
about Jack
Perry.
Where is Jack Perry?
I don't
Yeah,
care
where
about
the
Jack Perry.
fuck is Jack
I know we
Perry?
don't. I know we don't like him, right? But he had a prominent role on TV during the whole like Young Bucks and CM Punk thing. Where is he?
Yeah, not only besides that, like management at AEW is just completely a flip flop.
I don't know, man. I mean, a lot of people hate on Mercedes. Right? I don't get why they hate on Mercedes. I don't get the Mercedes hate. You know. But you know, she is the biggest name in that women's division. She is better than most of them, and she obviously said there was going to be change. I haven't seen change.
So it's specifically the same.
I don't see more women's matches being added. I don't see more women's segment being added.
You don't
And
really
I-
see the TV matches getting more than 4 or 5 minutes.
Nope.
Unless it's on pay-per-view, in which case they do get time, but that's about it.
But then there's only like one women's match on the pay-per-view half the time.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Double or Nothing there was 3 if you count the 0 hour as well, I think. But
Mm,
you know,
no, we're
you
talking
had
about
some
like
with Rollins
main.
Cannon.
Well, no, I mean Zero
Well,
Hour
it was
does
two
count.
on it was 2 on Double or Nothing. Yeah,
Do you,
Mercedes and
wait, do you
Tony.
guys count
That were
0 hour?
21 minutes.
Because I feel like that's
It's
pre-show.
pay-per-view, isn't it?
We
It's still
usually count
part of the
0
pay-per-view.
matches,
It's
but
part of the,
Still
overall
pay-per-view.
event.
Oh.
We don't predict the 0 hour stuff because they never release it in time.
Yeah,
for
we
us to
don't
predict it.
predict it, but it's still part of the show, though, isn't it?
yes.
I mean, look, the other thing too with AEW, and like I said, again, watch it since day one. Haven't really given a shit about it since. I mean, the problem is right is, and again, everyone says, "Oh yeah, night and day." You know, you got to quit comparing it to the other company that died. It's not exactly fucking night and day, and I'll continue to make the comparison because they're following in similar footsteps just in different ways. And the thing is people don't see it the way that I saw it growing up.
I will say this: the main event scene now, though, with Ospreay, Adam Page, Swerve Strickland, and all that, they're the people that should be in the main event picture. They're the
Yes.
people that should be, you know, trying to get that title off of Moxley. They're the people that should be trying to, you know, save that company. So in the main event scene, they're moving in the right direction. I just have no idea why the fuck they're waiting for Darby Allin. Just give Hangman the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to
Or
Hangman.
give Ospreay the belt.
I think they have to give Hangman the belt.
Or even give Ospreay the belt if you want to. Give one of them the belt. Just get it off Moxley and don't wait for Darby. Darby's time will come. You know? But give one of them the belt.
My thing with Darby is if you can't trust him to be on TV on a consistent basis, he shouldn't be rewarded the same as those who are there almost every week.
I mean, I'm not one to say what he can do and can't do. But if I'm a pro wrestler and I work and I'm Tony Khan and one of my wrestlers is like, I'm going to go climb a mountain, I'm like, cool. You're not getting any title shots for the next like year then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But, you know.
Or
Darby,
Tony shouldn't even have let him climb the mountain. You know?
especially with Everest being such a risk to.
He could not have come back. What would Tony have done then?
Then he would have to take responsibility, I suppose, as an employer.
Just give Hangman the belt, give Ospreay the belt, give someone the belt. You know, have Mercedes with
Moxley's
Tony.
held the belt
Have
one.
I think
two-
Ospreay's not held the world title.
Yes, he has.
You can just say since Wrestle Dream in October if that helps you.
Hangman's held the belt before.
I said Ospreay.
Oh, Ospreay? No, he's never. No.
Well, he signed in 2023, so or 2020. Well, 2023 it didn't, but didn't come until early last year. So
And then it looks like this whole MJF Hurt Business thing will lead to MJF also getting back into the main event picture. But then again, you can't have too many people in the main event scene because it's just going to get a bit repetitive, and the title's just going to go from him to him to him to him to him to him. You know?
Yeah, it makes sense there.
You gotta spread the talent out. That's the problem. Like you gotta spread
I
out.
feel
You gotta
like
build
that's
some
why they
interesting
should be-
storylines.
That's why I feel they should be probably building people like Kyle Fletcher up and stuff like that. But yeah, because I think Kyle Fletcher
Kyle
should be a
Fletcher,
future,
yes.
I
Kyle
think he
Fletcher
should-
should be there.
he should be a future AEW World Champion in my opinion. But that's
Yes.
just me.
See,
I agree with that.
Yeah,
if you want to have a successful wrestling company, and this is how AEW can get back on track, push the main event guys that you know, like guys like Hangman, guys like Swerve, guys like MJF again, guys like the guys that you know will get you to the top tier. Build some storylines around that, but then also work on your show in between, which is working on your women's scene. You know, what kind of storylines can you build there? Working, just throwing shit together last minute doesn't exactly make the product look good.
Also, they have way too much titles.
that
Not only that,
do have too much
but mixing the shows is what's kind of bothering me here. Like, oh, we're gonna mix Ring of Honor and AEW.
Oh yeah, I don't like
here.
that.
is
Leave
CM
Ring of
out.
Honor as its own thing. Leave Ring of Honor as its own thing.
Yeah, no offense, Ring of Honor talent showing up on AEW.
The only one that should be on AEW is Athena, and it's a crime. It's an actual crime that she hasn't been signed to AEW.
Well, another young talent that I think is getting his talent wasted, and I know people are going to disagree with me with this, is Sammy Guevara. I mean, no offense, why is he tag teaming with fucking Dustin here?
Sammy Guevara has no future.
He did
Yeah.
at one point.
Sammy Guevara. The reason he's been stuck with Dustin Rhodes is because he's his own worst enemy in real life. That's why. If you look at his past, it's checkered. So
But no,
Can't trust him, can you?
but
you
anyway,
stick with someone like Dustin. You stick with like someone like Dustin, both from off-screen and on-screen perspective. It makes sense because Dustin will
It
keep
will
that
help
boy
him.
out of trouble. Dustin will keep that boy out of trouble.
well, but anyway, getting back to the question, why is the hatred on NXT unjustified? Well,
Don't get me wrong, NXT isn't all like
It's not
fucking
perfect.
rainbows and sunshine and rainbows.
oh yeah,
Either.
NXT has their
Yeah.
flaws for days.
Their mid cards
For
suck.
example, yeah, their main event scene in the men's division it's
Their
non-existent.
main event scene sucks, but
It's just Open Femi.
yeah,
Women's
that's it.
the women's scene there is like
Well, now
I would have said
Now-
Trick.
now
I would've
it
said
just
Trick,
got
but he's
interesting.
primarily the TNA champion. So
Yeah, the women's division
Yeah.
at this point. Real interesting since now we got
But here's the
RIBA
thing,
in the
right?
picture.
Here's the thing. Trick's obviously the TNA champion, but we've already seen Trick for Zoba, so I don't really want to see that again. So, having Trick go up against Zoba, I'm like, meh, who cares? You have people like Ethan Page. Why isn't Ethan Page challenging Obafemi?
because he wants to be North American champion for some reason.
No, but like as a genuine reason, why isn't Shawn Michaels booking that?
I don't know.
Ethan Page Ethan Page could be a world champion. Well, could be an NXT champion.
He can with that smile.
again, he could be an NXT champion again, and I feel like the one thing that Obafemi's not really been tested from a character perspective is that he's not been tested mentally, which is what I think Ethan Page would do. He would test his mental
Yeah.
resolve, and
And then
we
you
already
look at
know
that-
that. We already know that Obafemi is taller, stronger, faster, bigger. But it's just can he outsmart Ethan Page?
he's also a guy you don't want to see in an alley at 3 a.m.
No.
Yeah.
Don't want that.
If
They
I
ran
saw
away.
him for me in an alleyway, I'm going the other way.
He'll probably catch you.
Yeah,
Probably,
probably.
yeah. But I'd still have a head start.
Yeah, and then
But
he'd
I'll just
move like
climb a
4
tree.
steps and he'd catch you. He'd break
Climb
the
a tree.
tree.
Probably, yeah. Then I jump to a lamppost.
But no, if you look at the men's, you look at the NXT men's division. They have Oba Femi, they have Trick Williams. Who else do they have? Ethan Page, Vicky Saint. Cool, but they're in the mid card. Who else do they have in that main event scene? No one. You know?
Yes.
Isn't there one more guy in there?
No.
Who was the guy
Oh,
that?
I mean,
who's the guy that
the
recently went up against Oba there for the title? What's his name?
the fake
Kinda
Randy
bu-
Orton.
Miles Moore?
Yeah, the guy who's
Miles
building
Moore.
himself up.
Osborne.
Miles Moore. He's not really main event though. He's
Miles
He's
Moore.
not.
mid card.
No.
Oh, I don't
Really?
They only built him up. They built him up for that program, and that's it. They're just going to demote.
He's
back
not
down.
winning in NXT.
I mean, this past Tuesday on NXT, he got removed from the quarter category, which is a mid card group.
He's got Stephanie back there, so he's winning. You know?
Oh yeah.
He tapped that.
All right.
Fucking what happened to that faction?
Which one? Dark State.
Yeah.
They're still about.
Yeah, but, they teased that as a big thing. And what they're doing.
For some reason they
Oh,
had
they-
them in
they
a tag
recently had a
match
match.
with Dragon
Chase
Lee,
U.
Laredo Kid, and Chase U, and whatever, and like no
Chase
one
U?
cares about. Chase U sucks now, bro.
Dude, fuck you.
Whoa.
It's just Andre Chase and these two guys no one's even ever fucking heard of.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
hey,
want
dude,
to
it's
go
not-
there?
it's
You
not-
want to call the goat? You want to say the goat sucks?
I didn't say Andre Chase sucks. I said the Chase U thing sucks because it's literally just the two guys he's with now.
Okay.
They suck. They're boring.
If you put Thea Hale back in there, it'll be fine.
Magic. Put Theo Hale back in Magic.
Just have her sit there.
Yeah,
Can't believe I'm
and
here.
then
That's it.
and then have an
Disrespecting Chase U.
outburst like she usually.
I have a question.
Yeah, I'm disrespecting the current incarnation of Chase U. The
Nah.
first one, was
Ricky
glorious.
Saint, Ricky Saint, right? Should he be moved to the main event scene, like,
Yeah.
quickly?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because otherwise, apparently, they're just going to call him up anyway. Apparently, so.
Oh yeah.
But like, they
I
need to
don't-
do that because they've already called up fucking everyone and
But
their
why-
man
why-
out of the women's division.
Why are they calling Ricky Saint up, but they're not calling Ethan Page up?
Makes no
Or
sense
Trick.
at this point.
Or Trick.
Or
People keep
Trick, yeah.
disrespecting Ethan.
Trick's got the TNA
honestly,
championship. That's the other reason why they can't call him up.
just wait, bro. I think AJ Styles will beat him for that.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
otherwise.
But yeah, NXT is not all sunshine and rainbows. I enjoy it more, mainly because of Oba Femi.
Yeah,
AEW, it's not sunshine and rainbows. I do enjoy AEW. MJF is a god. We need to protect MJF with everything we have. Don't like anyone else in AEW. Chris Jericho,
The learning tree.
of course. I don't
Oh,
like care
thank
about anyone.
thank goodness the learning tree hasn't been existing for a while. So
Shut up.
Jericho's
You're
on a
fired
break.
again.
Jericho's on a break. There's a reason why he's not been on TV near his
Yeah.
cronies.
He'll be
Uh,
back. Anyway, we can end this now. We've been going for ages.
Yep. Once again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors down below. Make sure you guys check them out in the description below. Make sure you guys check out my channel, which is the Beatdown Radio Network. We're gonna be going live again Monday and
Monday.
Tuesday. The RWL is War, which is gonna feature all of us here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I will be there. I will be there.
Yeah, we're doing the draft for that because it's gonna be different this time.
Are we going live on Saturday?
Good question.
Money in the Bank.
I think we should.
I think
Peyton. Oh, he's not here, is he? Shit.
There you go.
Fuck's
Oh, wait,
sake.
he's not here.
We'll have to ask Vega or Payne that because I have no idea.
If we're alive, we're alive. If we're not, we're not.
Yeah. But anyway. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.